Hop a day, Pesca fans. So we have today a small tutorial which we're gonna do on these smokers that we sell here in the shop. We're gonna do a little skirting on them and explain a little bit about these smokers, how easy they are to skirt. We have these in the 90 grams, 124 that both come with red eyes. And then we have the big boy, which is 190 grams. This one might be the only one that we skirt differently, because you would cut the tip of the skirt as you would a regular resin head, and then just insert that here and tie it against the groove. And then the second part of the skirt would eventually go over this nipple right there, if you can see that, this nipple. So let's skirt the 90 grams today for reference. So put these right there. And see, we're gonna skirt this. So in the 90 grams, you can see that the skirt area doesn't have much you can tie on. So it's gonna slip out eventually, and you can't tie it against this brass piece. The brass piece is basically there to just create a jet flow that would come out on the side versus in the back of the head. So key important thing is this nipple size. You can see that. Okay, this nipple size. So common mistake that most everybody do, put this out of the way. And this is just here, but we're not going to use this. We don't need wax string for this. So we choose two skirts that you want to use, basically your wahoo combos, because these mostly are used for wahoo, and scissors. So at the tip of every skirt there's a small nipple. So what you want to do is cut, get rid of that, it's just below the nipple area to create a small hole. So basically that, if you can see that, there's a small. So continuation, we basically cut the tip off, which is basically just cutting that end off to create this little hole that you can see. And then we unscrew the piece from the top part of the head. Okay, the brass piece stays on the head. Just keep that tight, no need to worry about that. But take this piece now. Now this piece will also, basically go into the skirt. There's no need to flip the skirt. We're using the outer edges of the skirt. And then we are gonna take this and just drop it in there. But of course, we wanna make things easy. A little bit of pledge lube. Drop that in there. And then I would just show you basically, so we can keep this video short, that I'm just gonna take the scissors and push against the metal piece inside. You can see that it's slightly tapered in there, see it? So we're just gonna take the scissors and then we're gonna push up until we get the threads to come out basically of the hole. All right, so once you get it to this point, you basically have to grip the bottom so that the skirt doesn't come back up and cover the thread. But you would do it to this one, and then once you do it to this one and you match the top skirt, put this over the same way, and then cut the tip off as well. Let's just do that whole thing. So we'll go ahead and cut this tip off. The top part, I found that the hole needs to be slightly bigger, so you see how it's just a little big like that. Just clean the edges just to make it easier, because sometimes it's hard to expose the threads. Okay, so looking at the skirt, I want the green with the blue over, so we'll spray the green. Okay, get that in there and just drop this over this. Push it up in there. If everything looks good there, okay, we'll do the same thing with the scissors. Bottom of the skirt and push up. Okay, so you can see I need to probably cut a little bit more of that hole, so I'm going to just push it up a bit just to expose the hole, and just a little bit more. Not too much, because you cut too much on the hole, so I probably went too much there, but let's try it out. What's going to happen is when you do thread it on, it's going to slide out of the threading. So now just trying to get the thread exposed, trying to match it in there. Once you see some thread, a little bit harder today than usual. Okay, we got that piece out. Okay, and I'm just gonna hold on to that, try and peek out the thread. Pinch this. Once I see a little thread, it's not too much you can see, right? But if you just take this and push down until you can feel the thread, I'll expose a little bit more. There we go. So once you have it kind of like that, then you can just press against this till you feel it bite. And once you get it to bite, that's it. You just tighten it. Match the eyes to where you need it. And done. Smoker is skirted. So you can basically, you know, hard part might be where, so even if this unthreads, of course you're gonna have either wire or mono in here. You're gonna have your crimp back here. So even if this unthreads, and the lure head stays with you as long as the line on the front of it's not chopped off. But there you go, ready for some wahoo banging. Gee. Hope this helps you guys out.